Hello everyone, and welcome again to Fire Engineering's Training Minutes. My name is Mike Dragonetti, and in this segment we're going to cover freight doors, biparting freight doors. This particular door and door lock is different than what we've seen previously in the past videos. This door doesn't require a key for access. Although we're doing key access and we're still going to follow the rules of shutting the power down, lockout, tag out, there's no specific key that will operate this particular release mechanism. Although you do need a key to gain access to the lock box, it's not a standard drop key or shaped keyhole that is required to activate this door lock. So if we have a key handy, all we're going to do is insert it into the box. We're going to unlock it, lift the cover, and just inside the box you're going to see a ring with a pull chain attached to it. On the other side, inside the doorway, this chain is connected to the actual door lock release mechanism. So all we're going to do is just a slight pull. You're going to hear that thunk. That's my happy sound, right? We're going to hold that in the open fashion. We're going to push down on the door, and we're basically going to do our peekaboo, right? The door is already unlocked. We're ready to go. And this is a great way, this door, because it goes in the vertical position, this is allowing me for door control. This is a very unique situation where we don't have a falling hazard going into the shaft by doing this. So this is how we're going to do our peekaboo, how we're going to control the opening. And the door is open, and now we can figure out what our next step is going to be. No hazard involved. Okay, so now let's take a look at the reverse angle and the action of the lock from inside. So if we look closely, I'm going to describe exactly how this lock mechanism operates. Here we have our pickup roller on the actual door lock. When the elevator comes down into the landing, you'll see that there's a steel cam here. Once the steel cam hits that roller, that will release the door lock and allow for the hoistway door to open. If you look over on the other side now, we'll describe and you'll see once they pull the pull chain how the entire release mechanism pulls back. All right, so we always want to have a plan B, and not every floor are we going to have the luxury of having a key access to get into any elevator door. You're going to encounter floors that don't have keyway access. So if that's the situation here, plan B for us to get to that hoistway door and release that lock would be polling. And we're going to have Paul demonstrate how we're going to pole over. Power's off to the elevator, locked and tagged out, confirmed by the motor room. And he's going to shoot that polling tool right over to the lock and disengage it. Okay, so from this reversed angle, looking at the polling tool shooting over to the door lock to release it, we described how the door lock functions and the wheel hitting that cam when the elevator comes into the floor. But right now what Paul's going to do, he's actually going to grab the side of that roller and he's going to basically just walk it over with the head of that polling tool, releasing the door lock. All right, so in summary, we just discussed options that we have dealing with a biparting freight door. These elevators are found in parking garages, newspaper plants, stadiums. They can be found anywhere where heavy freight has to be lifted to upper floors. Two things that we went over is key access. Remember, we're going to need a key actually to release that chain. Very important that before we proceed, manual access to a hoistway door, that the power is turned off, locked and tagged out, and confirmed by the motor room team. And the second thing that we did today was polling if there's no key access on that specific floor. I'm Mike Dragonetti, and thank you for tuning in to another segment of Fire Engineering's Training Minutes.